Here I want to go over something small but important that you might not know about power chains. So power chains are where you clear more than like just four in your usually in the last link, and then it sends a lot more than it would if you just cleared the same amount with just four and just a single clear. But all power links aren't the same strength, so the worst you can do is like a 4-4 of the same color not touching. So there's a color bonus based on how many different colors you connect in the match. And if it's just one, like just red in this case, and they aren't touching, so if it's just one, you don't get any color bonus. And then there's a group bonus. So if you do connections that are larger than four, you get a bonus and it sends more. So if it's 4-4 of the same color not touching, it's really small. It's like 9 garbage and it's really inefficient because most of the time if you send a 2 double, it's a really strong play because it sends a lot more than just the 2 chain, but a uh 4-4 of the same color 2 double is really weak. Like if you, well, I guess over here. If it's different colors, it sends 13. So if you sent the same if you sent those into each other, the one with different colors would send 4 garbage over, even though you're clearing the exact same amount of Puyo. So that's why like the same color not touching is really inefficient. And it makes quite a big difference. Like 4 garbage is almost a full line, and that can like cause you to lose. And if they were touching, it would be 15, so it's even more than the regular 4-4. So if they're touching like this, that's quite a big bonus. And again, like 15 garbage, it's the same amount of Puyo cleared, but it's significantly more garbage, and that can make the difference in a round. So going back to the group bonus though, the biggest bonus is going from 4 to 5, and then I think 10 to 11, but it's very hard to make 11 intentionally. So when you go from 4 to 5, you get a pretty big bonus. So if you can get a 5-5 2 double, it's really strong. So that's 22 garbage compared to the 4-4, which is 13. So it's like it's a line and a half more. So it might seem like they're both 2 doubles, but 5 is a big power increase. So like if you get to 5-5 against a 4-4, you kind of just like get a huge advantage because you just send a line and a half for barely any more Puyo used. And then you can go bigger, so if you get like 6-6, that's 29. And then compared to the regular one, you're beating it by like 3 lines or whatever, and you can just outright win. So even though you might both send 2 doubles, if you have power like this in yours and the opponent doesn't, you might just outright win. And if they do a 2 double of the same color not touching, that's really inefficient. And sometimes you'll see that happen in long chains too, where like at one of the last links there's extra power, but it's 2 groups of the same color and they aren't touching. So you actually lose a lot of the potential power. Like if they were 2 different colors, you get a big bonus. Just like how it is here, but when it's in one of the last links of a long chain, it's a lot more of a change in the amount of garbage. So, and then you can like add in more, and the bonuses still work the same way. So like if it's 5-5-5, then it's like it's huge, and if it's 4-4-4, still big, but like you can see the difference. It's 24 versus like 42. So like, you're not making a bigger chain really. You're just doing connections of 5 instead of 4. 43 even. So like having extra power or connections that are bigger than 4 in your attacks actually makes your attacks a lot stronger, and taking advantage of those bonuses. And then like 6-4 is 20, but again the biggest bonus is going from 4 to 5, so that's 22 if you do 5-5. So like the most efficient is increasing your groups of 4 to groups of 5. And that's all I have to say about that pretty much. So you don't really want the same color 2 doubles or same color power attacks if they aren't touching. And if you can get different colors in with groups that are bigger than 4, specifically 5 being really strong, but even as you add on, it's still really strong, then you can do a lot more and be really efficient with your attacks.